Alright Spurs faithful, you're not going to believe the name that's doing the rounds behind the scenes at our club right now. I'm talking about a 20-year-old Belgian left-winger who's absolutely tearing it up in France, and guess what? Our scouts have been keeping tabs on him for months. This news could completely change the future of our attack. So stick with me till the end because you need to know every single detail of this potential bombshell. If you're as mad about Spurs as I am, smash that like button now and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss a single piping hot update. Here's the situation: the left wing position has been a headache for us this season. Wilson Odobert is finally showing glimpses of what he can do, but let's be honest, we need more firepower in that area. Thomas Frank knows it, the recruitment team knows it, and now we're starting to see the pieces fall into place for January. So, where does Fofana fit into all of this? According to trusted journalist Dean Jones, Tottenham had their eyes on Fofana as far back as last summer. The club sent scouts to watch him multiple times throughout the year. We're talking serious, sustained interest here. But here's the thing, by the time Spurs were ready to pull the trigger, it was too late in the window. Lyon had already rejected bids from Everton and Fulham, and they made it clear Fofana wasn't going anywhere without a serious offer. And when I say serious, I mean £50 million. That's the price tag Lyon slapped on him after those failed summer approaches. It's a hefty number, but for a player of his talent and age, it's the market we're dealing with right now. If you love Tottenham as much as we do, smash that subscribe button and join our journey to 900 subscribers together. Let's back the boys. What makes Fofana so special? This kid is rapid, direct, and hungry. He's got that explosiveness on the ball that can unlock tight defenses, exactly what we've been missing on the left. He's young, versatile, and still developing, which fits perfectly into our long-term vision. The potential is massive. Jones confirmed that Fofana is firmly on Tottenham's list of attacking options for future windows. The scouting work has been done. The interest is real. The question now is whether we're ready to make the move in January or if we wait until the summer. But there's a catch, and it's a big one. Internally at Spurs, there are some concerns about how players from League One adapt to the intensity and physicality of the Premier League. Jones pointed to two recent examples: Xavi Simons and Randall Colomwani. Both arrived with huge reputations, and both have struggled to consistently perform at the level we know they're capable of. That's making people at the club think twice. Do we risk £50 million on a player who might need time to adapt? Or do we look elsewhere for someone who can hit the ground running from day one? It's a legitimate concern, especially when you consider how tight the competition is in our squad right now. Now, let me give you my honest opinion as someone who lives and breathes Tottenham. I understand the club's hesitation, I really do. We've been burned before by expensive signings who needed time to settle, and in the modern game, patience is a luxury we can't always afford. But here's where I differ from the cautious approach. Fofana isn't just any League One talent. At 20 years old, he's already racked up impressive numbers in one of Europe's top leagues, and more importantly, he plays with a maturity beyond his years. His directness, his ability to stretch defenses, and his willingness to take risks are exactly what we're missing on that left side. The adaptation argument doesn't fully convince me either. Yes, Simons and Colomwani have struggled, but let's look at the broader picture. Son Heung-min came from the Bundesliga and became a legend. Lloris came from League One and captained us for years. It's not about the league, it's about the player's mentality, their physical attributes, and whether they fit the system. Fofana has pace to burn, which translates in any league, and he's already playing in a demanding tactical environment at Lyon. I think the risk is worth it, especially when you consider the alternative is continuing with a thin attacking rotation that's costing us points. If we sign Fofana, we're not just solving an immediate problem, we're investing in the future. This is a player who could be our starting left winger for the next 5, 6, even 7 years. Imagine pairing him with the talent we already have, allowing him to grow alongside our other young stars. That's how you build a sustainable winning project. And let's not forget, competition for places makes everyone better. Even if he needs a few months to adapt, having Fofana pushing Odobert and vice versa can only elevate both players. That's the kind of depth elite clubs have, and if we're serious about challenging for trophies, we need to think like an elite club. But I'll be the first to admit £50 million is no small fee, especially in January when prices are inflated. This is where our recruitment team needs to be smart. Can we negotiate add-ons based on performance? Can we structure the deal in a way that protects us if the adaptation takes longer than expected? These are the questions Daniel Levy and the board need to be asking, because while I'm all for backing Fofana potential, we also need to be financially responsible. The last thing we want is to overpay for a player and then struggle to strengthen other areas of the squad. It's a balancing act, but if we can get the deal done at the right price, with the right structure, this could be one of those signings we look back on as a turning point. My take? Look, Every signing carries risk, but Fofana has something special. He's got that X-factor pace, creativity, and the confidence to take defenders on. Yes, adaptation is a factor, but this is also a player who's been performing in a top 5 European league at just 20 years old. The upside is enormous. If Tottenham can negotiate the price down slightly or structure the deal cleverly, maybe with performance-based add-ons, this could be a move that transforms our attack for years to come. Frank needs options, and Fofana gives us exactly that. Personally, I'd rather we take a calculated risk on a player with elite potential than settle for a safe option who won't move the needle. That's how you go from top 4 contenders to genuine title challengers. Here's the big question for you. Do you think Tottenham should go all in for Malick Fofana in January at £50 million? Or should we target a more Premier League ready option who can deliver immediately? Are you willing to give him time to adapt? Or do we need instant impact? I want to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments below and let's discuss. And listen, if you want to stay ahead of every twist and turn in Tottenham transfer activity from the first whispers to the final here we go, make sure you subscribe to the channel, smash that like button, and hit the notification bell. This is where you get the fastest, most reliable Spurs news straight to your feed. Let's keep building this community together. Coys.